Something interesting I noticed was just the way Christianity is portrayed as kind of two sides of a coin, as you have your Catholic priests, your Unitarian leaders being very accepting of the LGBTQ community, while the Baptist and Mormon leaders were not. But even also the counter protests have Christian tie-ins as they're angels or they sing Amazing Grace, which I just thought was interesting. One value of Laramie is just having good morals. They want all of themselves and their town to be seen in a good moral light, which was their complaint with the reporters, even though obviously their town has multiple issues. Another value is justice, as seen by pretty much everyone who knew Matthew. Now, they might have had different views of justice, but everyone knew these murderers couldn't walk away. Like they needed either the death penalty or life in prison. Something I circled was just the whole story of Laramie. I wasn't really familiar with it, so I did do some reading on the topic. I definitely got a different picture, kind of reading some of the news reports and the reporters' views, as they obviously didn't take the time the theater group did, getting to know the people, getting to know the town, and really getting the whole story. And there's a much more ambiguous view you get from the theater, leading to a lot more questions about everyone, even some of the cultural impacts on the murderers. Laramie is kind of described as a great place to live. It's this nice small town, everyone knows everyone, but it also has this live and let live attitude, which is very prevalent in a lot of people. Um, Specifically targeting minorities, the LGBT are tolerated, they're allowed to live there, but they can't really flaunt it, and they're definitely not celebrated in any way in this town. Um, and due to that, I think it's the call of the theater troupe to kind of point out that have each of us look at our communities and see where do we fall short in acceptance, how can we improve. In regards to Columbus, I think it's possible that something like this could happen. I don't think it's as likely as I think. Acceptance is a little more widespread, as Columbus is a more modern, industrialized city than Laramie is, as Laramie is a little more rural in Wyoming. But I do think prejudice exists everywhere, so it's definitely possible. The episodic nature, the Laramie Project was very different than the traditional play style and intimate apparel, as you kind of get different narrators in the different scenes, which gives a difference in mood and style and opinion even. It also lets us investigate a lot of different stories, so we get to see the religious tension, you get to see people's views change. You get to see the murderers' families, murderers' friends, while also getting the jump in time to kind of give deeper understandings of how people were acting. And then my two questions were the shepherds right to show Aaron mercy, or should they have gone for the death penalty? And other one, were Russell and Aaron just hateful people, or did the Laramie atmosphere contribute to their despicable actions?